hard to describe exactly what aura is because there's many different definitions, there are many different research, but I'm just gonna give my opinion on what I think. And this is going straight up off the dome, so you don't gotta think. But what I basically think your aura is basically your presence and your energy that people can feel towards you. Basically, let's say when you walk in the room, do people think it's draining or do people think it's inviting, fresh? People say and describe, I'm cool, I'm chill, I'm relaxed most of the time. They don't mind me being around, all that. And there's some people, when they walk in the room, it's like, oh my God, that type. That's how you know your aura is pretty bad. People don't want you around, people not describing it, and you don't see it. First, I would if you just trying to improve it, you gotta look within yourself. Look in your flaws. I'm not here to tell you to be yourself. We're not doing that over here. What I'm going to tell you is be your best self. The improved version of you that is better than before. The one who can see all his or her mistakes and can take accountability and can understand where they went wrong or what is up right now. Ways you can improve your aura, for real, is relax, take deep breaths, meditate, and look within yourselves. Be in your deep thoughts and think what you can improve. Because nobody in here, nobody watching this is perfect. I myself am not perfect. I will never say I am perfect. And I would never want to be perfect because I would always want to improve no matter what in every aspect as time goes on. If I was perfect, it would be so boring. Let's be honest. Nothing to improve, nothing to get better at, and that doesn't really exist. Now, if you are someone who has a bad aura and usually doesn't understand, then your aura is probably just gonna be messed up forever, and it's gonna get worse unless you just really look in, do some digging, and see what you gotta improve. For example, someone with a good aura, 9 times out of 10, people mess with them because one, they do not do too much, and most likely, their energy speaks for themselves. What do I mean? This is not to be cocky, this is not to do anything. I will never call myself or say to somebody, I am him. All that. I am that nigga, all that. I will never say all that. But my aura will speak it, and a lot of people said that. You have very good energy. You're a great person. You do all this, blah, blah, blah. You really are him. Do I believe I am him? Do I believe I'm that guy? Yes. But I'm never going to just straight up tell somebody, oh, I really am that guy, do all that. Everything would speak for itself. I will continue to do greater things. I'll continue to. Don't get me wrong, but still, I will never be like I'm him because you can't always be the loudest in the room. You can't always be the one to really say it. Again, your aura is the one that will speak it for you. Most of the time, actions will speak louder than words. If you really act like you got nothing to prove, not even act, or don't even care to prove something, they will know there's something about you that has that radiance. It's hard to really explain. But the loudest in the room always thinks in the inside, I got something to prove. Your achievements will speak for you. What you have done will achieve for you, even if you haven't achieved it yet. How you walk, how you talk, how you stand, your confidence and how you exhibit that without even saying a word will speak for itself. So right then and there will tell you how your energy is. The loudest in the room always feel like they have something to prove. The loudest one will always think somebody needs to notice them. Somebody needs to see what they've done, when usually the ones who have the good aura do not need to say anything. And it depends on how your energy is too. Are you a good person, or are you just good because you want something in return? Someone who is good or has good intentions does not need anything in return. So you gotta think about this. Are you someone who needs something in return, or are you someone who just does it because it's the right thing to do or it's the nice thing to do? You gotta understand that. People will rock with you who you genuinely are. But that being said, don't be that one person who gets used. Do stuff within reason. What I mean is, oftentimes being a nice person does get you used, but you're not supposed to do things so you can benefit for it. You're supposed to do it because you genuinely want to be a good person, do all that. Everything will just speak for itself. Your aura, it depends on how much people want to be around you, how much you impact people too. If you impact and always seen in a positive light, that light will always grow, get better, especially with your track records, especially with your social credit score, which is very important. It also shows your likability. Everything adds up. Most people are followers. Most people, if they think your energy is great, it'll spread and people want a piece of that pie. If it is bad, people want to stay away, push you away, and everything. And it depends how you are as a person. Understand that your aura can either be good or bad. There's no middle ground, no neutral. It all depends on how you're perceived, how you walk, how you talk. And if there's something you have to change, you need to understand there's always going to be flaws where you can make better. You can always change your aura, you could always make a difference, and you could always see what you have to do. The good aura will always win over the bad in the end. Well, how should I put this? I don't think there's an end, because think about it. What's to say bad is the end? Because think about it, in every movie, the villain had won at some point, the bad guy won again, back and forth, back and forth. But what I'll say is the good aura is always positive and will win over bad most of the time. I will say that, if that makes sense. Like I said, this is kind of hard to explain. If I have to remake this video, I will. But at the same time, your aura is who you are and who you exhibit. It could be positive or negative, and it can be improved upon. The best one is the positive aura. You're always positive, thinking of others and yourself with nobody to prove, not the loudest in the room, and always really just exhibiting a good spirit. If you are a bad spirit, nobody will want to be around you, and they drain energy. There are people who drain energy, and there are people who give energy. Breath of fresh air. If you are the breath of fresh air, people will always want to be around that, would not mind that. If you are the one who drains, people will always look at you like, ugh. And to have the good one, you need to improve on yourself. Be likable, not only to just you, but to everybody else. And I don't mean care about what others think or specifically work on yourself because you want people to like you. Just have the energy that proves you are not a bad person. You are not a person who is extra. You are not a person who is negative, if that makes sense. Like I said, maybe I might do this again. Who knows? Don't forget to give me a like, comment, subscribe. I'll see y'all next time. Y'all stay safe, stay real.